I am an African. I owe my being to the hills and the valleys, the mountains and the glades, the rivers, the deserts, the trees, the flowers, the seas, and the ever-changing seasons that define the face of our native land. My body has frozen in our frosts and in our latter-day snows. It has thawed in the warmth of our sunshine and melted in the heat of the midday sun. The crack and the rumble of the summer thunders, lashed by startling lightning, have been a cause both of trembling and of hope. The fragrances of nature have been as pleasant to us as the sight of the wild blooms of the citizens of the veldt. The dramatic shapes of the Drakensberg, the soil-colored waters of the Likwa, Iqili, Notugela, and the sands of the Kalahari have all been panels of the set on the natural stage on which we act out the foolish deeds of the theater of the day. At times, and in fear, I have wondered whether I should concede equal citizenship of our country to the leopard and the lion, the elephant and the springbok, the hyena, the black mamba, and the pestilential mosquito. A human presence among all of these, a feature on the face of our native land just defined, I know that none dare challenge me when I say I am an African. I am the grandchild of the warrior men and women that Inzansi Kukuni led. Patriots at Tetwayo and Mpepu took to battle. The soldiers Mushweshwe and Ngung'unyane taught never to dishonor the cause of freedom. My mind and my knowledge of myself is formed by the victories that are the jewels in our African crown. The victories we earned from Isandlwane to Khartoum, as Ethiopians, as the Ashanti of Ghana, as the Berbers of the desert. I come of those who were transported from India and China, whose being resided in the fact solely that they were able to provide physical labor, who taught me that we could both be at home and be foreign, who taught me that human existence itself demanded that freedom was a necessary condition for that human existence. Being part of all of these people, and in the knowledge that none dares contest that assertion, I shall claim that I'm an African. I have seen what happens when one person has superiority of force over another, when the stronger appropriate to themselves the prerogative even to annul the injunction that God created all men and women in His image. I know what it signifies when race and color are used to determine who is human and who subhuman. I have seen the destruction of all sense of self-esteem, the consequent striving to be what one is not, simply to acquire some of the benefit which those who had imposed themselves as masters had ensured that they enjoy. I have experience of the situation in which race and color is used to enrich some and impoverish the rest. I have seen the corruption of minds and souls as a result of the pursuit of an ignoble effort to perpetrate a veritable crime against humanity. I have seen concrete expression of the denial of the dignity of a human being emanating from the conscious, systemic and systematic oppressive and repressive activities of other human beings. All this I know, and I know to be true because I'm an African. And because of that, I'm also able to state this fundamental truth that I'm born of a people who are heroes and heroines. I am born of a people who would not tolerate oppression. Whatever the circumstances they've lived through, and because of that experience, they are determined to define for themselves who they are and who they should be. I'm an African. I am born of the peoples of the continent of Africa. The pain of the violent conflict that the peoples of Liberia and of Somalia, of the Sudan, of Burundi and Algeria, is a pain I also bear. The dismal shame of poverty, suffering and human degradation of my continent is a blight that we share. Today, it feels good to be an African.